This video is the first one of a new series I'm going to make, which is helping people that are not tech savvy to start using AI in their business for real. At this point, you have probably heard of, I hope so, AI and even automation. But you might find yourself in a situation that, okay, but how do I actually use that on my day-to-day business life? You are probably only using it or mostly using it interacting with the chat, be that ChatGPT or chats on Claude or any other LLM AI model. In this series of videos, I'm going to use examples of how you can actually get started. Some are more, all of them 100% doable for beginners. And today I'm going to point AI at real business folder, real business files, connect to my Google Drive and my Gmail and have it clean up, tell me what's missing, act on it live. Whatever it finds, it finds. This is an example, so I'm not going to be exposing any sensitive data. So this is the folder that I have for this example. Most of us will have folders like that on a business level or even on a personal one, to be honest. And what I want is with Claude Cowork, when you start with Claude, you see that you have three main sub-pages. First one is chats. That's the one that you probably use the most. And Cowork and Code. And chat is pretty much you like asking questions, but most of the time it's not taking action for you. On Cowork and Code, Claude will actually take action for you, be that on demand or... By the way, just as I was editing the video, Claude has launched a new update and it just changed the location where you can find Cowork. Let me show you. So instead of the third or middle tab here, now you need to come to home, and when you start a new task and you're gonna see this screen, you can just click on Cowork or not. So when Cowork is not clicked, when you don't click on Cowork, this is just a chat, normal chat. When you click on Cowork, then you have Cowork. What a timing. Anyway, go watch the rest of the video and subscribe, like the video on a schedule. And for us to get started, you just click on a new task, and this is what should prompt you to do. And this is very important because that's where you select. And at this point, I already have Google Drive and Google Calendar as connectors, but this is a major and important point for you. You can see that I have many others, but the one that I want you to start with is Gmail, Google Calendar, and Google Drive, just because it's very likely that you use it on your business daily life, and it's gonna be very handy in this case. So you're probably gonna have to go through connectors, add connector, browse connectors. And here, if you for Drive, it's gonna show you Google Drive. Same for Gmail and Google Calendar. You're probably gonna have to click plus here. I won't because I already have it, and it's just gonna prompt you to log in and give access to what you need to give access to. And our goal will be to point Claude Cowork into this folder and have it clean up, tell us what's missing, act on it first. So this is the first step, connect Google Drive and Gmail, that's what we have done. Then we want to point it at the folder and prompt it. I'll give you the prompt here. So here's the prompt. Use my Google Drive folder called Demo Business, and I want you to clean up. And here, it's something that might not be that crucial for this example that I'm recording, but for your real use case, you might want to consider that, which is before you change anything, show me your plan and wait for my approval. And never delete without asking, because we have saying it here that we want them to flag it, not delete it, but just to make sure. Redundancy. So ask before acting. This is what we want. This is going to be very important in the future for us, which project or folder to work on, not for this video. And here is the model that we want to use. Let's go with Opus 4.8 and click go. So it's thinking and it should start asking you for permission and interacting with you at any moment. This is the step that we are, step 2. You see it's loading or getting ready to use the tools that we have, because I did the first step successfully, which you must do as well, which is have the Google Drive and Google Gmail as connectors installed. So I approved, and this is now looking for that folder in the Google Drive, found it, and it's now going through the inventory. See, you are seeing now the progress that Claude Cowork is listing here, and it's already have some question for us. And this is a very important one. The Drive tools can read, copy, and create, but cannot rename, move, or delete. So it's asking you how you want it to reorganize. I'll say copy into subfolders, and it's asking you about password hints. Do not share. It's also something that I placed on purpose for us to be prompt about it. Leave untouched, just flag. Move unopened to sensitive folder. I'll go with 2. It's also asking us about the receipts and CSV data files. Where should it create new subfolders to accommodate for that? Let's go with receipts plus assets. You see, it's now listing everything that's in the folder, notes, and the sensitive. This is very important. Password hint appears to contain login password hints. I have not opened it and won't. This is crucial. Leave it exactly where it is and just flag it. And these are the questions that it asks us. I just want to show you something in the connectors. Sometimes all you have to do is change or give more access to tools within each connector. But in this case, we really don't have those. It's not an issue of we are not giving enough permission. It's Google Drive did not have those permissions at all. It's not us that we are not giving the permission. Now it's working through our questions. You can see here the progress. Allow, always allow. Going through the images, you see the image that didn't say anything about it. It already started to organize. You can see here the subfolders being created, and those files, the ones that belong somewhere, will be playing here. You can see as it's happening. As you can see, it's finalizing here, copying the last files. And just so we remind ourselves, this was the final part of the prompts that I gave. And on my books, it's acting accordingly. So it's renaming the files into this format. You can see it here. Creating the subfolders. It's flagging instead of deleting. If it looks suspicious, it's not opening, just flagging it. And the thing that it's not ready yet, or it's actually doing right now, is the summary.md file. And it did not delete anything without asking. So let's see how it finishes. You have here already the summary.md. And if we open it, this is the summary that it prepared for us. The contracts, invoices, receipts, and all the other folders. It's already flagging something as overdue, or 3 contracts or invoices that are overdue. It's claiming that we have outstanding receivables, about $10,000. Flags. There are 2 duplicates. The file name mismatch, content mismatch, the invoice 1043. It says April, but it's actually May. The sensitive one, it was one of the first things it flagged for us. The outdated contract was replaced, and it's on the junk candidates. We can choose if we want to delete or not. It didn't delete for us. So we can now ask questions such as, are all the files not in any subfolder to be deleted? Meaning, do we have copies renamed all of them in the respective subfolder? This is number 1. I want to ask about this. Did you correct it already? And I did not understand this. Let's ask for a follow-up. Can you explain this? One of the main benefits of having this capability, let's say this AI capability in a chat format instead of a deterministic workflow, is that it allows you to go back and forth at all times. If you had a workflow that, let's say, would check and organize your folders every week, you would not be able to go back and forth with it. So this agentic way, where it also gives you the chat interface, is a huge plus. And it came back to us pretty much saying that all the files have a copy already into the correct subfolder with the proper name, except for the duplicated one. And it did correct the name of the renamed copy file that was confused, saying April when it was actually May. And the data quality was just saying that we did not have a value for May. And here we're having it flagging for the issue with the 3rd line, which is Acme 4.5K, not in the CSV because it has not been paid yet. And that's the next follow-up we want. It's my second question, or my second prompt, and I'll also make it available for you. This is what I want to ask. Which clients have I not invoiced recently, and what payments or deadlines are coming up in the next 30 days? Show your sources. Actually, I don't want it to look into the other files on my Google Drive account because I have other clients. I don't want this to show up here. So instead of having it say in my connected drive, I'll just erase this in this folder only. And now let's go for it. And here's the type of output it can give you and can help you generate or collect your money. So it's already said client not invoiced recently, missing or overdue invoices, assuming monthly billing per contract, and show us all the cases, the sources, and deadlines in the next 30 days. Domain review, this is important, flagged to do, urgent, and there's a key decision for Blue Peak, discount negotiation pending. So let's check this thing, for instance, here, the discount negotiation pending. See, there was a file saying service agreement Blue Peak and the retainer, payments due, renew notice window 45 days before end date, and client requests a discount, not yet signed. So it flagged correctly. And now for the final to do here, I would say for anything you flagged as overdue or needing follow-up, draft a short, friendly but firm email per client in Gmail. Use the real names and amounts from the files, save it as draft, do not send. And for that, if you don't have the connector of Gmail, you must have it. So add connector, browse, and then you'd go here for Gmail. I already have it, so I can send this message and let's see what it come out with. And when you do add your Gmail, this is what I recommend. For the read-only tools, it's okay to have allow always, but for the write and delete, I would set up as need approval. And let's see the response. So it's saying that it doesn't have the email contact for some of the contacts. So just save the drafts with the emails you do have, and when you don't, just leave it blank. So I can show you what those look like. It's actually here. So for instance, for Blue Peak Logistics. Hello, as we head into Q3, I wanted to circle back on the discount you asked for, and it's pretty much asking for a time for us to present the proposal. And for this client, it's saying that there's an overdue invoice and a proposal. Great to catch up on the call on May 6th. The invoice for May 6th is now overdue. Could you check if there's something wrong on your end? And it's also a lead routing automation proposal. And we are checking if the client's ready to move on. Finally, Riverstone Dental Group, also about an invoice follow-up, which was due on April 30th. And it's now asking permission to create those drafts on Gmail. Let's grant the permission and see what the final result is. And as you can see here, we have the 3 drafts: follow-up for invoice 1043, follow-up for invoice 3001, and the Q3 price discussion. I will just add one more thing because it's important. This will come up more often when I do more of these videos, but it's the feature of turning this, let's say, session into a schedule or into a skill. You can transform this, everything that we did, like the organizing folder and checking for invoices that are open, crafting follow-ups as drafts. You can turn everything into a skill. The other thing is automate this into a schedule to run and then when you click here, you just explain it in the chat. Let's say I want this to run every Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. The one thing with the schedules on Claude Cowork is you do have to have this, of course, your computer open and the application is open and live as well. And then it's gonna prompt you back. So I want both these two, and you see that this will be on the schedule folder. It's now creating the task or the schedule task for you, and you can read the details here. So you have 2 tasks: weekly invoice check and weekly cleanup for that folder specifically. And this is the summary. You can confirm when you click here and you go to scheduled, you can see those 2 scheduled to run on every Monday, 9 a.m. And that's it. Hopefully this was useful for you. Putting myself on your shoes of being overwhelmed with AI news every time you open social media or any article, we'll be talking about AI, and you start to get some FOMO, right? How can I implement this on purpose for real on my business? This was just one example. I will keep coming back to videos like this with more better examples as well. And for all of those, I'll make sure that it's doable for you. And we are in a time now that pretty much anything is doable. All right. If you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe, like the video, and drop a comment on what would you like to see next. Cheers.